Today, I'm going to be teaching you how to set up a fun and simple moon crater experiment for your kids. It'll take about 10 minutes, so not too long. It can get a little bit messy because there's some flour involved. It'll introduce your kids in concepts in both astronomy and physics in a fun, interactive way. Let's get started.
First, you're going to need a shallow container. In this case, I happen to use a baking dish. Then, you're going to need about 2 cups of flour, or the equivalent to the size of the baking dish you are using, and then some cocoa powder to sprinkle on top. And finally, I happen to use bouncy balls for my meteorites, but you can use what you have around the house. Now you're going to want to take that flour and dump it into your baking dish. And once it's all in there, you're going to want to kind of get it as flat as possible. So you'll see that I shake it to get it everywhere, and then I use my hands to flatten it out. Now, it doesn't have to be a perfectly smooth surface, just as flat as you can get it, so that the kids can see the craters later on. Then, you're going to take that cocoa powder, and you're going to sprinkle it all over the surface. Now, the point of the cocoa powder is to be able to see the craters when they form. It really helps make that impact effect that is visually engaging and stimulating to kids. Now once that's done, you're going to want to take your balls and drop them into your floured surface. So you'll see here I have a big ball, a medium-sized ball, as well as a small ball. And this is going to teach your kids that the bigger the meteorite, the bigger the crater. And there you have it, a simple and fun experiment for your kids.
Now this is a pretty straightforward experiment, but sometimes you just don't have things around the house. For example, if you don't have cocoa powder, that's okay. You can use cinnamon instead, or you can go outside and get some dirt. Really anything just to help differentiate that white flour surface so you can really see the craters. Also, I happen to use bouncy balls as my meteorites, but if you don't have them, that's okay too. You can use marbles, you can use rocks, you can even use beans. Just have your kids use their imagination for their own meteors. Also, this is an experiment, right? So try different things in the experiment. Different shapes of your meteors, different sizes of your meteors, and even different heights. And that's it. In this week's main episode, Stryder and Miss Itsy are going to explore the moon's surface and do their own moon crater activity. Now, you and your kids can do it right alongside us. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. Goodbye!